Come on, Hammy. Yeah, it's like Sunday morning at 6. I can't sleep, man. It's totally bugging me, this whole guitar cabinet thing. So, of course, I came down here to the back room and started ripping things apart. I ripped down all the shelving and I got an idea. I think it'll work. I think it will work. I just got to get this to be doable. It doesn't have to be like soundproofed. I just have to get it where I can play guitar and track bass and stuff and not like blow up the world upstairs. Because actually that's one of the new baby, the soon-to-be baby's room at some point. So I can do this, man. I mean, it's gonna be ghetto, but until such time as, you know, this is just about the best I can do for now. So you guys are gonna get to watch this scary endeavor. Here we go. Taking the wheels off of the bottom of the gobos so they sit lower on the ground, but then I can still open and close the one side, and then I just stuff towels down here. And I had so many more of these at the studio in LA, and I just left them, and now I'm kicking myself. Though we didn't have any more room, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Anyway, here we go. That's the old carpet from the control room at North Hollywood. So I just laid it out, put that little rubber mat under it, so hopefully it doesn't move around too much. And man, you acoustician people, you're gonna cringe, man. You're gonna cringe, but I'm telling you, it's gonna actually work. Because we're blessed. Here we go. Alright, just a little stuff for reflection. We're gonna butt this right up against this wall and do our best to kind of pseudo seal it up. Nothing crazy though. Here we go. Alright, so let's get this in a little bit. Things we do in life. This is so ghetto, but I think it's actually going to work. Unfortunately, this guy's a little taller here than this guy, so the roof will be pitched, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, and then I'll just have to fill this up. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I'll probably make it where you just open kind of the one door, and then this will makeshift something. I had this from my old studio too. It's like a platform for a sub. I'm gonna put the E10 sideways on it. Maybe that'll help things. I guess we'll see. It's kind of like some bizarre playground. So probably actually be all right. I'm not gonna obviously play bass and guitar facing each other. I'm gonna put a little divider between these two guys. Separate anything that I can, but I mean it's gonna be just what it is. I don't notice all that much bleed from one amp to the other. It's weird when you close mic. It's pretty tight anyway. Then when I do run the bass with a guitar amp simultaneously for like big old rock stuff, I'll just bring my Bogner out here and just run it low volume with my VH4 for the guitar sound and just not have it too loud. So then I'll just use this in here for bass. Alright, onward and upward. Alright guys, that's pretty good though. This actually, I think this is going to work. We should take bets. Who thinks this is going to be quiet enough so a baby could sleep while I'm rocking, you know, the Diesels and Marshalls and Bogners? So let's see. So then I'll just I gotta clean this up, but basically in a nutshell, then this will close. two things at one time. This will close. Now we can push these so they push together, which this will have to deal with kind of one step at a time. Yeah. Now I've got this guy, which is more manageable to move with a single person. I could put that across and then just totally cover this thing up. Then when I want to switch out mics, I just take off this small one. This will stay permanent. And I've got more blankets. I mean, I can cover this with more stuff. But we'll see. Maybe this will work. Let's just take a look at it. So there it would be. Except I would obviously cover this with about 8 or 10 blankets. Then I can kind of run it down like this, so I can just wedge some stuff in here. And it's all tight down here. And then there's just this gap that I have to deal with. But we can do that. I think this is going to work. I'm hoping this works, because I do not have the money right now to build, you know, anything heavy duty or buy anything. So this has to work. It will work. Yeah, man, this will work. And it'll be easy enough. All I do is take off these blankets that are right here and easily accessible, pull this off, and I'm in, and I can change out mics, and I've got my breakout box that I'll run right in there, so it'll have its own little thing, and we'll be good to go. Alright, we're gonna mess with some mics today, and then once this is set up, it's gonna stay. And then only, you know, go in there if I need to throw a Beta 52 when we're doing guitar, when we're doing bass, but that's gonna be it. Oh, I think this is gonna be okay. Blazing loud in there though. Woo! I just rocked it full volume, 2 amps simultaneously, and my wife said that you could hear it upstairs, but that it was way quieter, and she said it wasn't, you couldn't feel it, and it wasn't piercing like it used to be before I built this. She said it's totally cool, like, you know. And I mean, that's obviously full maxed out, you know, 200 watt amps, diesel, Marshall going full tilt. All right, man, so I think we'll be all right. I could definitely hear a difference when I was in here playing. Let's see, I'll play a little bit for you guys. 200 watt amps, full volume. That is not bad. That is insanely loud. Let's see what we got. We've got the diesel. Yeah, I mean, I've got the master on almost 5, and I've got the master on channel 3 on 5. I mean, that's insane. And then I've got on the Udershaw, I've got the master on 6, and the channel master on 6. I mean, it's just, I can just imagine the SPL in there, boy. Cool. It'll work. It's ghetto, but it'll work. Right, Hemi? Hemi's like, dude, I gotta pee. I don't care about all this. 2 days later, it gets busy around here. So, this was quite an endeavor to find the right combination. This black cabinet's a little heavier and darker, a little warmer sounding. That one's like a little bit more, don't know. Well, I wouldn't say this was heavier. I'd say this almost sounds a little bit throatier. It's actually going to be a nice combination. But I ended up with a 57 and 421 on this one, and I ended up going with the Heil PR20 and a 57 on this one. Put a Beta 52 down here. I ran all the cables. Bought a long cable for the speaker cable for the SVT cab, and that's it. And all of them are in here in the breakout box and plugged in. And all four of these, I plugged both these cabinets into the VH4, set it for 4 ohms, and I ran all four of these microphones through Pacificas, so they were all going to the same pre's and everything. And I phased these guys to the sample, and it really sounds good. So here you go, man. I'm going to close this thing up because it is Tuesday, February 14th, and Thursday, Jake's brother is coming on the scene. My wife's having our second baby. So, and I've got a lot of work to do, so this is going to be the deal, is to put this little tent together just to get the sound a little under control. It's actually not too bad upstairs when it's all covered over. And that's it. It sounds really good. I tell you, I spent a lot of time experimenting with mic placement and microphones, and I really like the way this sounds. The phase is spot on. You know, and there you have it. And I mean, obviously, if you don't want to use 2 mics, you can always just use 1 mic. But I really like the combination. On this cabinet, this combination is awesome. This is a new 421 and one of my 57s, and just the placement was so huge. I mean, you just move the microphone just like a tenth of an inch and it sounds dramatically different. So these have all been kind of messed around. And on this one I had my vintage 421, and I don't know, it was just not really working with this cab. I initially had set up this cabinet, and this was the best combination for there goes my light. But when I went to the other cab, I just started experimenting. I had my vintage 421 up there. This wasn't really jiving. I don't know, it sounded a little boxy. I think it just wasn't agreeing with that cabinet. And I had a buddy loan me an i5, and it was okay. There was a weird sound to it that I didn't like. So I went back to the 57 421, and I just was like, and then I realized, I'm like, you know, actually the PR20 had kind of the characteristics, like kind of this dark thing that I was missing, because the cabinet seems brighter than the black cabinet. And I put the PR20 there, and it sounded a lot better. And then I spent, you know, a little time mic placement and phased them, and it was like, it sounded killer. So there you have it. Of course, my light show died. Oh no, now it's back. There it is. Okay, light show's back. So let's put it together, man. The SVT with the Beta 52. The Tent of Doom. Time to rock. So this is the SVT blazing loud. Super phased. Super phased. Let's see if we still got it. There it is. That's pretty good. Pretty much about as good as you can get. So, the first one is the PR20 on the red cab, then the 57 on the red cab, then the 421 on the black cab, and the 57 on the black cab. There you have it. All those are going through Pacificas, and that is all through the diesel VH4. So here's the black cab. And here is the red cab. Cab. And then all of them. And then so like if you go to the black cab, you've got your 421, your 57. More 57, you know, here you go. You can do whatever blend you want. So 421 on the black cab.